Hi, I'm Lauren O'Quinn. We're here at booth 914. I'm with Keith Barber from Tanzle. Keith, tell us what's going on at the Tanzle booth.
Well, you're going to see the manifestation of an awful lot of work, actually years of research behind a little bit of software engineering into some visualization capabilities. Some really cool front end, how things look, but it's really important to remember that there's a lot of software engineering and development that takes to get those data sets into those display tools.
Absolutely. Let's go check it out.
Super.
So tell me what we're seeing here.
Well, this is just a promotional loop that we built, but really this part of the booth was all built for comfort. We really felt it was important after so many days and people being on their feet, you know, the padding of the carpet and having a place for people just to sit, relax, and have a conversation is really critical for us understanding how to communicate to one another and also how to get the most out of interacting with people that want to visit the booth.
Yeah, so you built a nice inviting space for people to visit.
Yeah.
Yes, that's great. And what's over here?
So this is one of our first looks at platform. This is called Platform UX. It's an experiment we did in San Francisco. It's multiple elements of data layered into a single place. Adam, go ahead and turn on the battalion zones and the fire stations. So these are just layers of data that are inside of a space. Go ahead, turn on the satellite map, because that's what everybody's used to seeing here at GEOINT.
Ah, yes.
But we can turn that off, and then go ahead and take us over to our favorite building. There's a lot of elements and interactions, but one of the big pieces here is where we can go from foundation data. This gives us a lot of elements. There's seismic sensors inside this particular building in San Francisco. So we position those. Go ahead and hit reveal data. And this is where we go from the foundational aspects of San Francisco into the actual building that has those sensors. There's a compass across the top, and we've monitored the floors along the vertical axis, and all those sensors are where they actually are in that building in San Francisco. And if we click on one of them, we'll see an earthquake that actually occurred in Napa Valley, but we picked it up in this building, so we were able to show people that's the projection across the bottom. So the data elements that you actually would pick up from that earthquake are that graph plot across the bottom, which is hard to conceptualize. So we felt we needed to put all these things together so people could start to see the elements of data and how they build on one another. So what we're now doing is we're taking that foundational building block and we're putting it into commercial web interface so that we can start having individuals interact with content in real time.
Wow, fascinating real-world uses. Yeah, what else do you have to show us?
Well, we've taken some of these elements. One of the things that we often hear from users is they want to be able to project into space so they can have that virtual mixed reality environment. So we're starting to take these elements now and push them into handheld devices where we could actually do that.
Oh, let's go take a look. Yeah. So this is the virtual reality section.
Absolutely. This is where we take what people are used to seeing in web configurations and we project it in a three-dimensional virtual reality, augmented reality environment. This is a demand signal that we hear loud and clear from field commanders to decision makers that want to be able to be in a field commander's space.
That's great. I'd love to see it used here.
So this is one of our first data elements that we projected. This is an area of Saudi Arabia called Taif. It's a mountain range. We just heard Admiral Sharp talking about mountain ranges. Well, there's a real mountain range. And we can do a lot of things with this kind of projection to include route access, helo landing areas. There's all kinds of things that can be done with a data set like this from a mission perspective.
This is fascinating stuff happening here at booth 914. Tanzle, Keith Barber, thanks for showing us around. Come take a look for yourself, booth 914.